Finally, I want to talk about some wonderful people in the game. The AFL industry is like a family. It's a great people. It's a great game. I've worked out the other day that I've spent half my life in football, 10 years as a player, not that good a player, but 16 years in administration. So that's about 26 years out of my 52. Little did I know in 1998, when I joined the AFLPA, that I would experience the highs and lows of what life can bring, both in death and in life. In 1999, I lost my first wife, and shortly after that, Ben Buckley and Ian Anderson lost their wives, Kim Buckley and Sharon Anderson. And I can tell you, having three executives at the one place who lost their spouses was very challenging. Shortly after that, Clinton Gribus lost his life, and then Ron Evans, and then my mother. And then we lost a real good friend in Rob Dixon, and then the great Jill Lindsay, and of course the great Jim Steins. And all of these deaths had a profound effect on me because they were all taken far too early. But then through those hard times comes some light. I've met Simone at the AFL in 2001. I felt very lucky and blessed. Two days after I started as Chief Executive, in 2003, our twin daughters Francesca and Alexandra were born. And 3 years later, our third daughter Demetriou was born. And 3 years later, our son Sasha was born. My children and Simone have been with me every step of the way during my time as CEO. It's been remarkable. But the loss of so many wonderful people was always tempered with glorious moments of joy, meeting Simone and the birth of my children. Simone and my children are my sunshine, my light and my hope. And I love them with all my heart. Simone has been and continues to be an inspirational and gifted mother to our children. And to you, darling, thank you for your unconditional and wonderful support you've given me. As my wife, I couldn't have asked for more. In public life, it's often your family that feels it the most, and I owe them a great deal, and I'm so glad that they're here today. Simone and I agreed when I was first appointed that we would leave the game the way we entered it, not affected by the role or the position, but instead to stay true to our values. I'm also very grateful to my parents and thank them for their hard work and sacrifice. As Mum passed away in 2006, I'm so pleased that my father could be here today. I know that he's very proud of me, and he turns 85 this year. The day I was announced as CEO, I said that this great game consumes you. You can't help but fall in love with it. I've seen people come and go, significant changes in all areas of the industry, but the one constant has been the game. Long may it be. And the other thing that happened that day was my chairman, Ron Evans, sat me down and said to me, now that you've got the job, understand that we are but custodians of the game. We get to borrow the game, have a lend of it for a while, and hopefully hand it over to the next person in better shape than when we found it. He was, of course, talking about legacy, and I hope we've done that. Thank you.